Showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
And the Terrapins need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, the ground game. Knifing through, making the play in the backfield, and they can use a timeout and try to force them to punt. Set to get this second half underway. Coming out with it, it's Matthews. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too. And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Wants to fire on second down. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Kick is in the air. Hauls it in at the 40. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bow it up, stuffing the run.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He'll run it again. Can't get him to the ground. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. 4th down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Fighting off the defender. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows. He's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
And the Falcons are moving quickly down the field. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Delay of game. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15.
Let's go.
Hands it off. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 28-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Takes the handoff. It's Woods. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. The Terrapins need a massive chunk play to move the sticks. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. And here comes the punt team. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Handoff to the lone back. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Slithers into space. Got enough for the 1st. A lot of room to the right. He's at the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this with Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. And the Terrapins are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch near the 50. After this, it'll be a wrap. The give to the back. Sweet cut there. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field.
Kickoff, and that'll get things underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. And there he goes. So Air Force's offense takes the field to start this game off. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big too.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do as a defense. Sometimes
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Air Force.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So NC State's offense has the ball for the first time. Backs here. Run it with the fullback. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And the big fella, usually blocks, but has a nice little run and met by the strong safety. He's called the strong safety for a reason. Those guys are, oversized safeties that are really strong. They're usually strong tacklers. Did a good job getting the big fella to the ground. Just gave up a little too many yards.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. To the air, it's James. Under fire. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This is not an ideal start for this offense. Your defense already gave up points on the first drive. This is your first opportunity, and you're not doing the most important thing, protecting your quarterback. Already 2 sacks on the day.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. That one off. It'll be a delay of game. Delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
Let's go. Break. Single.
To the ground with the back. And he'll be brought down. Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the tailback. Makes his man miss. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Gives it on the option. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use.
I'm winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Fullback's got it. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter.
NC State, 0.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's James. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. From midfield, looking for room. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention.
Oh, he's got some space.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
They want to throw it. Touchdown, Air Force! Fitted in the window for the score.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. And the returner will be brought down. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. To the air, it's James. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Right. Single. Here we go.
They'll try to get outside. Runs through a tackle. Picks up the first down, still moving. Turning it on. Inside the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him. Had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Remember, got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to
Full running room there.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Just needs a crack to get a return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
All right, let's get it. Right.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Across the 35. There he goes. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. And the Falcons will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. To the air, it's James. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Gonna run it. It's Jordan. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Across the 25. Breaks into the open.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again and go score a TD.
The Falcons trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
Get ready. Set. 27 patio. Blue 27.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to get it in. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Now on 2nd and goal. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw. It's Underwood. Going for 6. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
Touchdown, Air Force. Quick strike through the air for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-way scoring drive. And they finished it off, needing just a few inches and going up top to get it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Looking to throw, it's James. Under fire.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll try the left side. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
safety.
Set to kick it away.
He'll field the punt and look for room.
Returner is tackled down at the 2. And your Air Force Falcons will take over 1st and 10.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quick handoff. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one.
NC State 0.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Finds a crease at the 20. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. Past the 10.
You got to give it to the defense, man. Great effort. They got gashed up front. Looked like that running back was gone. How about the speed and hustle defensively to track that guy down and tackle him before he scored?
So that's not exactly optimal as far as the defense starting a stand, giving up an 80 spot. Now dealing with a 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Floats it out to the running back. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively.
Turning it on! Past the 1st down marker and still running. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. To the ground, he's got it again. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Here's a throw downfield late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the done.
And keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with the victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The flag and another delay of game penalty. They do know there's a play clock up, right?
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here comes the offense on second down. Using his legs, it's Barber. At the 45, on his way. There he goes.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front seven even get a finger on that guy.
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Looking for a man, it's Underwood. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. To throw, it's James. With the catch, it's Kemp. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Via the screen. Gain of 2.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. Nope.
Mustangs will boot it away to start the game. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So the Air Force Falcons offense will have first crack at this one. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
After picking up a couple in 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He's going to take off. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they can do it with ease.
And the Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Finds some fresh air. Breaks into the open.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man on the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Falcons!
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box. The play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So SMU's offense will take the field for the first time. It's worthy. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
The Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And the Mustangs are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Oh, they're after him! And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That's why as a defense it's so important to win early downs. You win first and second down, you set up third and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
The Mustangs will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. They'll go to the ground. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Offense gets set for second down. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Air Force.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, dude.
And if this offense, Jazz, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
The Falcons will try to punch it in on first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now sliding to his left. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Air Force. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy catch.
Sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David.
But dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, but who knows?
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Mustangs line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch right at the 50. Quick step and go. Oh, the quick spin move. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. In the red area, it's Barber. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Sets up the screen. Fights off a defender. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up. Got a
touchdown Falcons! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Caught over the middle. It's Jones. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll do it himself. Makes the play in the backfield again, and the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll return it from the 50. There he goes. Open it up. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And the Falcons will kick it off to start the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw, it's Spagnano. Here's a heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
Catch in the middle. It's Dixon. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
Man, the momentum momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with it.
Turning it on. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Mustangs are rolling down the field.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defender some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the grab on the right. Here he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Air Force.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. The first drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Pass drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. There he goes. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Looking for a man. It's Fagnano. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Trying play action. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Okay, ready?
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
The Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
They'll run play action. Here's some pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. A shot for the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Trying the left side. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And the Mustangs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Falcons.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the ground, it's Worthy. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. The Mustangs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field it close to the 50. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He's looking to throw. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So the Old Dominion Monarchs offense will go to work first. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether...
Wasting no time taking a shot. Already toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Old Dominion. He got a step and just dusted the field.
That is how you start a football game. My guy's really fast, really good. I'm going to feature him, give him the football, and he will do the rest. One play, one superstar, one touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hilltoppers offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
Wow, what a big play. And how about the hit stick tackle right there? That's one this offense is going to remember.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and what an example of the defense setting up the O.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks in the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run. The Monarchs have it in scoring position on first and goal. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
Great awareness by that defender that time. Seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up second down.
Lost to throw again. Touchdown, ODU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The inside handoff. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Hilltoppers with a long way to go loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. They're setting up the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Ball was loose in their own end zone, and the defense recovered it for a touchdown.
It's a defense that plays with great effort. You saw it right there. Creating the fumble, jumping on the loose ball for a score. What a momentum-shifting play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and you have the...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense to start a drive, first and goal. Touchdown, Monarchs! Fitted in the window for the score.
And I love the play call on offense there. It's a sudden change situation. You just got the turnover. You're now going to take a shot because you got the defense on their heels after they're back on the field quickly. Really nice play call.
On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This drive will open from the 15. On the run, it's Nicky. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Escapes trouble. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. And the Hilltoppers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time. He'll take a shot. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver.
And it's blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Touchdown, ODU! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. On the other side, well, they're just taking them right to the face.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the air on first down. Avoids pressure. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be.
Held that one out from the beginning. The Hilltoppers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. And the Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Underwood. Looking for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go back to the air on second down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It'll be 3rd and long. He'll take another shot here. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Monarchs! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the point after is good. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. The give to the fullback. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Handoff to the fullback.
and he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it, the only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Made a defender miss. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And a really nice job understanding, I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Western Kentucky, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you've got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And the Hilltoppers will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, ODU! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Motion from the back. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Hilltoppers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Right on the money. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Got it in the middle, it's Lewis. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Hilltoppers will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the returner will be dragged down. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Moving away from pressure. Fires downfield. That pass is incomplete. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him.
Picked off to stop the threat. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive.
Snags it! And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Find the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Connection to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And this offense, man, they just can't get out of their own way. Like, they've got a 0 on the scoreboard already. Now turning the football over late in the game when you're down. They've got...
Fires toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Give to the fullback. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a third and long. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Lets it go to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details.
There's a live football. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Lining up from the 34 on first down.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field. And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. One more play to pad the stats. Handoff from the shotgun. Makes it past the marker. Still running at the 40. Turning on the Jets. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to...
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He gets a block. He's got it out. Wide open, and it's a foot race. So Old Dominion's offense will have the football first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David.
X going for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Monarchs. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
The Cornhuskers offense will have its first possession of the game. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
They came ready to play, guys. Offense goes right down the field on their first drive to score a touchdown. Now their defense is playing lights out. Second sack of this opening drive. And one thing this coach does a great job of, he gets his team ready to go, and you're seeing it here on the big stage.
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. First play of the drive comes from the 41. He wants to change this route. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Looking for a deep man. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Quick release by the QB. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. The Huskers will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Can find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. He's got it inside the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, ODU.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I'll tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Bring in the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. First and goal. Quarterback may change this route. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Monarchs. And they take it in for 6 more points.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not...
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
He'll pull it on the read. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
And you try to catch them off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake, you huddle the guys up, sudden change, be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The play action fake. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Big fullback's got it. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. All wideouts, no backs. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Boom. Got a man. It's Tucker. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Second down, he'll throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Lewis. And the Huskers brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Going up top again. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
To the air on second down. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Makes a man miss. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Starting this third quarter on the ground. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Complete with conviction on the crosser. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Punt is on its way. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Leaves it with the back. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And the Monarchs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Barber. Spins away from the defender. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
The Monarchs will snap it on 1st and 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Rides to back and leaves it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends on the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
The ball squirts out. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Now this defense could really use a stop on 3rd down as the offense has had its way. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A first down run on the doorstep. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking for room. It's Dickey. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful, but how about the giving up on 3rd down? I mean, you got 3rd and long, you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense, and now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Rides the back on the option to give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th and California.
And the Monarchs will try to move the sticks on 4th down. On the option, he'll pitch it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. When the backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. He's stopped again. He's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
What you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do the...
Nevada about to kick it off to get this game started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So Old Dominion's offense will come out first. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs to.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense has built around him, but Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? So whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Might as well stick with him. Oh, he's got some space. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Monarchs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on first down from the 30. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense.
And after that terrific run.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
Then you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, ODU. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Burgess. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Nevada's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense bounces back.
On 3rd down, going up top.
Man, you have to love getting to the quarterback early in this football game. Your first drive, how about your offense? They already took care of business, put up points for you. Now you're getting to the quarterback, getting sacks. Great start for this squad.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Give to the running back. Nice move there. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
And the Monarchs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He might want another play with the run on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Monarchs! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Well, the QB and receiver are trying to hook up there on a curl route, but the DB just had better coverage and he knocked it away.
Nevada needs to convert on 3rd and short to keep the drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches then.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical, work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
The kick is on its way. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He breaks a tackle, and he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. The tight end gets the handoff on 3rd and short. You don't see that every day. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
First down for the offense. That's the end of the first half. All Dominion 14.
The Monarchs will line up to kick off and start the second half.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Jackson.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
The Wolfpack might think about being aggressive on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Nevada will be forced to punt. looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. And they'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Monarchs will go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Nice job by the defense.
Down he goes at the 38.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really
turning it on. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The give on the option. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll ride the hot hand. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Running back searching for a hole. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Monarchs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Right back to the well. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down, as they've got a first at the 32. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Keeps it going. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first kick here late in the game.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go.
There he goes. Got some room entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And the beatdown has ensued.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Nevada, after throwing it in reverse, has a lot of work to do on second down. Wants to go up top. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent,
will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get it. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Akron's offense will have the football first. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The run from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. To the air, it's Kelly. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Makes the catch around the 50. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Monarchs offense will go to work for the first time. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. And the Monarchs come to the ball trying to pick up. Gets them a first at the 29. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Monarchs will try to convert on 4th down. On the option. Now the toss. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field.
Yeah, I got nothing for you, RD. I mean, you start to run backwards. Maybe you think you can outrun everybody on the field and you're faster than everybody, but either way, that play went nowhere. Actually, it went somewhere. It went really far backwards.
To the air, it's Kelly. Oh, they're after him. They get enough push, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And a great
job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback tasted that dirt.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
When you got third and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Kelly. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
The Zips line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Here comes the option. Quarterback gets the first down. Breaks into the open. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him. So he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got enough space. Touchdown, ODU. Great job by the back on the option. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking downfield, it's Kelly. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
A lot of things had to happen for this offense to get back in the game, but how about the defense? The defense said, no, sir, we're going to end this one right now. Makes the big play, gets the safety. Not only do they score points, they get the football back, and the clock is on this side. The defense just ended this football game.
ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. The run to the right. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll toss it. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Looking for a man. It's Kelly. Here's the pressure. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lost the fire on 2nd down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that